All right, let's welcome the Wizard of Odds, Kenny White. 76ers a 4-point home favorite tonight. Totals 217. You know they love playing at Wells Fargo there in Philadelphia. LeBron James, one of the big storylines here, questionable due to left knee soreness, grimacing as he warms up right now. Kenny, what's your approach in this game?
Yeah, you know, LeBron's such a big player. His value is at least 5.5 points. So this number was at 2.5 when the news came out he was questionable. It jumped to 4 if he doesn't play. I think this number could go up to 6.5. Anthony Davis will be back on a restricted minutes limitation. He played 24 minutes the other night. Didn't really do a lot. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Did have 4 blocks. I think you'll see a better effort out of him tonight. But he's going to have to take on Embiid, and he's going to have to be the main defender. Without James in the lineup, I don't think the Lakers play as fast. They've been playing the third fastest pace in the NBA. Philadelphia, number 27 in pace. I think they want to keep this game a little bit slower, a little bit more half court. So with no LeBron, I'll go under the total of 217.
Look, I don't want to play the role of doctor, even though my name does mean doctor in Arabic, Kenny. I'm just going to point that out for you, but I'm going to play that role for a second. This is a left knee situation. We're talking about left knee soreness. So to me, it's like, why wouldn't you keep out LeBron? I know it's a primetime game on TNT in a big matchup, but why risk it? So I guess for our purposes, why wouldn't you play the 76ers if you only have to lay 4?
I agree, because you're going to see a lot higher number, and 100% agreement. Why risk it? Why risk it? If he's grimacing, he's not feeling good, there is no reason. He is your entire season, and if he blows out that knee, you're done. You have no championship hopes whatsoever.
Kenneth White, wisdom right there, knowledge in your mind. All right, in the only other game tonight, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. Edwards coming off a 40-point game on Tuesday. This kid's incredible. Tonight, Golden State is 6-point favorite. The total 229.5. Warriors -6 is an A play on Sportsline. A very strong suggestion from the folks at Sportsline. Do you agree with that?
My number's right on, Hakeem, so I'm going to pass on the side. Without Draymond Green, that's a 4-point drop-off to the power rating. And the one thing, without Draymond, they'll go with 4 shooters now in the lineup, basically, with, Clay back and Curry. They've also got Poole and Wiggins. Those 4 guys are all really good shooters, and that's what they're going to play. 1 center, 4 basically shooting guards in the situation. Minnesota loves to go up and down. One of the fastest teams in the NBA. They are 8-4 over in January. They're 17-7 to the over when they play on the road. I can see this game going up and down. You already mentioned Edwards and the year he's having. They still have got Karl Anthony Towns, another big-time scorer, and Russell. So they got guys that can fill it up. So I went over the total in this game.
Okay, over 229.5. And as I mentioned, Joel Embiid is now the co-favorite along with Giannis to win MVP at +300, followed by Steph Curry at +325, and then the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic, at +400. Who's your pick right now to win MVP, Kenny?
I think it's Jokic. Without him, I heard Tim Doyle talk on the show one time how bad the Nuggets were, and if they didn't have Jokic, they would be the worst team in the NBA. And that possibly could be very true. He is that good, and I still think his numbers right now are better than anyone else in the league right now. And he's a guy that plays. He's gonna play all of his games. He doesn't sit out games. You're gonna see Embiid sit games out. You're going to see Giannis sit some games out, and you'll see Curry sit some out. So I think Giannis will end up with the best stats at the end of the year, or Jokic will, and Jokic will win back-to-back MVP awards, and he's 4-1 right now.
All right, so you're going with Nikola Jokic. That's some good value, +400. Let's get your pick to win the NBA title at this point of the season. Nets remain as the favorites at +260, but there's so much unknown there, and there's really no value there as well, Kenny. So who do you like to win the NBA championship at this point in the season?
Yeah, such true statements, Hakeem. You can't trust Brooklyn. There's no way, and the number's just too low. So I started looking around, and wow, the team with the best record in the East right now, the Miami Heat, they're 14-1 to win it all. This is a very good basketball team. There's a reason why they have the best record. They are a very fundamentally sound club. They brought in players that fit together, play together, and most importantly, they play defense. They play slow and methodical. For as good as they are offensively, they rank number 2 in the entire NBA right now, right behind Golden State in offensive efficiency, but they're 29th in pace. They play playoff basketball every night. This is a really good team. I love the rotation. Butler, Lowry, Adebayo, and Tucker, who Tucker just won an NBA championship. Those four can really play some defense. Hero, Duncan, and Vincent can fill it up as well as the, rounding support for this team. But this is a good basketball team and very well coached.
All right, so you're going with the Miami Heat at 14-1. There's some nice value. It's nice odds there as well in terms of the value. All right, now let's get your all-on-the-line play for Thursday. Any sport, any game, any side, any total, any prop. What's your very best bet for Thursday night slate?
Yeah, college basketball, I'm going to go CAA again. Drexel Dragons getting 4.5 points tonight from James Madison. I have Drexel a 5-point better basketball team. Their offense is outstanding. James Madison's maybe a touch better. But the big edge in this game is the defensive end, where Drexel ranks third best defensive team in the conference, and James Madison is dead last. It's a very poor defensive basketball team. So, yeah, give me Drexel plus the points here. I thought they should have been the favorite.
All right, the Drexel Dragons getting 4.5. Okay, let's get your Thursday night parlay, Kenny. What do you have for us on this night?
Well, I said that earlier I had this number right on, but you know what? I figured if it's going to work and they're at home and they have 4 shooters, the Golden State Warriors, I like to correlate. If I'm going to lay points and I'm playing the over, I'm gonna go in that direction. So I went with Golden State minus the 6 and over the 229.5 as my best parlay of the night.
All right, there you go. Plus 257. It's not as good, Kenny, as my 6-legger I had last night in the NBA. Plus 793. That was fun.
Did you knock it down?
I did. 6 for 6.
Whoa.
It was sweaty.
Very nice.
It was sweaty, but thankfully the Memphis Grizzlies were the last leg in that parlay, and they took care of the Spurs. And it was a little sweaty down the stretch with certainly with Denver and Brooklyn and Chicago. That was wild, but man, it was a good ride.
Beautiful.
So I like your correlated parlay tonight. I'm going to play the Warriors minus 6 for sure. That's definitely one of my plays. Kenny, appreciate the insight here on CBS Sports HQ as you take a look back at his Thursday night selections in the NBA. Likes the Warriors and Timberwolves to go over the total of 229.5. Also likes that correlated parlay as well with the Warriors and the over. His midseason pick to win the MVP right now, Nikola Jokic at plus 400, and the Heat to win the NBA title at 14-1. On the line, taking Drexel on the points, plus 4.5.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.